I hope this is the nightmare when I wake up and it is, everything is not real.
Family members of the victims in the deadly nail salon crash are speaking out, asking officials to hold the driver fully accountable. You're watching NewsdayTV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Macy Eglund. This comes as we're learning new information about the suspect. Prosecutors say Stephen Schwally drank 18 beers the night before the crash. He told officers he had stopped drinking around 4 o'clock that morning. The homeless man pleaded not guilty to DWI charges in court today. Bail was set at $1 million cash for the 64-year-old. 4 people were killed in the crash, including the salon's co-owner, employees, and an off-duty NYPD officer. 9 others were injured.
I can't believe this happened to my daughter. And we have such a happy family. Now it's all crashed.
A candlelight vigil is being held at the Deer Park Shopping Center this evening. A 4-year-old dog has been rescued after it was abandoned on the Southern State Parkway. State police say this mastiff was found tied to a light pole by exit 21. Troopers say there was a dog bowl with food and this note that reads in part, quote, "Roxy is 4 years old and has been fed and given a flea bath. See that she gets good care." The dog was taken to the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter. Suffolk is reminding its residents to be safe this July 4th. They held this demonstration here. Officials set off fireworks inside an SUV to show the dangers with the hopes of preventing injuries. Police say there will also be stepped-up patrols for drunk drivers and boaters. The Supreme Court has ruled Donald Trump is entitled to some immunity. The justices said presidents have absolute immunity for clearly official acts, but no immunity for unofficial acts. Here's what Long Islanders are making of that decision.
He should have presidential immunity, especially after the witch hunt he's been put through. I don't see any other president who's ever been through this before.
I just think the guy gets away with everything, and it's really annoying. Has he ever admitted fault for any one thing that he's done?
Former president and presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump faces 4 federal felony counts in D.C. for allegedly trying to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 election victory. Well, you might soon need to show your ticket before you get on the train. Alfonso Castillo has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
Tickets, please. All tickets, please. If you're a Long Island Railroad rider, you're probably used to hearing that, but you may not be used to hearing it before you get on the train.
All train tickets, please. All tickets.
The Long Island Railroad's latest idea to make sure nobody gets a free ride, having conductors check tickets before passengers board a train at Penn Station.
It's a great idea to know that they're checking your ticket before you get on.
Already in place at stations following major events at Citi Field, Forest Hill Stadium, and the UBS Arena.
Have your tickets out and ready for inspection at the gate line.
The railroad late last year began using its so-called gating operation at Penn Station after some Madison Square Garden events. More recently, it's become a regular part of the evening rush hour, with conductors and police setting up ticket checkpoints 2 to 3 times a week at the top of stairs leading down to the tracks.
I think if they have an efficient plan and there's like multiple people here checking tickets now, I think it'll work out.
Although it's still in its pilot stage, LIRR President Robert Free said he could envision pre-board ticket checks becoming a permanent part of the evening commute at Penn.
I don't think it's something we would envision for every single track, but again, it's a pilot. We're looking at the data, we're analyzing it, and we hope to get real value out of it so we can implement some version of it in the future.
The new operation comes as the LIRR tries to do its part to address the problem of fare evasion, which costs the MTA $700 million a year. At Penn Station Thursday evening, some commuters appeared caught off guard when asked to show their tickets before walking down to the platform, but most didn't seem to mind.
Has it inconvenienced you at all? Has it slowed you down from getting on your train?
No, not at all. I just show my pass and get on. It's like showing your pass when you're on the train.
Right.
You're just more prepared.
Another change recently implemented by the railroad to address fare evasion: if you don't have an ID and you can't pay your ticket, you're going to have to get off the train. At Penn Station for NewsdayTV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
You can read more about the story and the changes on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Local students are reflecting on their recent trip to Normandy, which marked the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Virginia Huey has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
To fight for freedom, to fight for democracy, to fight for peace, for us.
These tributes to World War II veterans, written in poems and essays by Locust Valley High School students, won 6 seniors a trip of a lifetime, a journey to Normandy to witness the 80th commemoration of D-Day.
It was always like a dream to go to France in general, but then specifically Normandy was such an honor because I come from a family with, a lot of us are in the forces.
School officials say the goal of the trip was to help make history come alive for the students by having them meet the surviving heroes of D-Day.
I had a conversation with a 96-year-old who actually forged his birth certificate in order to serve. I feel as though that already shows me the amount of courage from the 96-year-old veteran.
In the years coming, when there isn't going to be any left, it's, you got to really appreciate that and hold their memory with you.
Students enjoyed watching a paratroopers event at Omaha Beach. They visited museums, spoke to General Dwight D. Eisenhower's daughter and granddaughter, as well as the people of Sainte-Mère-Église, the sister city of Locust Valley.
The patriotism in France was unbelievable. Every house had an American flag.
Another event I thought was really emotional was seeing the American Cemetery at Omaha Beach. Just seeing all of the graves in rows, you really begin to understand the magnitude of the whole operation.
It was a very emotional trip for all of us. Just seeing those men on Omaha Beach and listening to the speeches of different generals.
The living history lesson deepened students' appreciation for the greatest generation.
They died and sacrificed their lives so we could get freedom and peace in our own country.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more exclusive stories like this on our website, Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Now let's take a look at your Long Island weather. Gorgeous day today. Hope you got to enjoy it. Tonight we get down to about 62 degrees or so, partly cloudy for you. Tomorrow, your Tuesday, looks really nice. A lot of sun, touching into the 80s for parts of the island. As we expand to your 7-day, right now, July 4th is looking really good if you've got plans. But your Friday and Saturday, we could see some rain. That forecast kind of keeps changing between Friday and Saturday, so we'll keep an eye on it as we get closer and let you know.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Islanders save on their energy bills for over 20 years.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Macy Eglins. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great night.